How'd do? Right then. I had something arrive yesterday. I didn't have the time to show you it yesterday, so I'm going to show you it now. And some of you may be pleased to know that it's not Transformer related. I wonder what it could be. Let's take a look, shall we? And here's what it is. It's the Star Wars Black Series Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett. I'd pre-ordered this a while back, as I'm a bit of a sucker for Boba Fett. And came in yesterday. It was released yesterday. It came in yesterday. I've seen a couple of videos about this from people who had got him early, and there's one or two issues that are on the figure which I will address once I get him out of the box. But I'll just take you a little guided tour around the box first before we open him up. So it's just a standard, typical Black Series box. The window there, you can see the figure on the side. We've got some nice artwork of Boba Fett there. We can just see the palace formerly under the care of Jabba, but it's Boba's palace now, I suppose. And then we've got a repeat of the same artwork there, and then a bit of blurb on the character, and then all the usual kind of, stuff for telling people not to eat, swallow, or insert anywhere. On the bottom there, we've got, whatever. And then the little side view panel there of the window it wraps around, and then just the top. Nothing, but we've got the little peg hook thing. And that's it. Did you enjoy that little guided tour around the box? It was splendid, wasn't it? If I just turn the box slightly like that. Oh, anyway, it's got like a little love heart thing going off. But if I turn it a bit more, oh no, we have the Mysterons. Anyway, enough of that. It's all very, very silly. Let's get him open, shall we? Right, okay. Here's my trusty little knife, and we're going to attack him from the bottom of the box. Like so. Now, will it open without me needing to go get my ruler? I want to damage the box. Yes, there we go. It has. Fantastic. Empty box. Over to the side. Pop that down. Again, more kind of like, yeah. Box insert there. We've got, again, some nice artwork of the palace under the care of Jabba. I like that. It's nice. Looks like that, does that? And then we've got the figure in the plastic tray. Look around the back. Very reflective and shiny. Right, let's get him out of this plastic tray, shall we? Right, okay, so now we've got the figure out of the packaging. Let's get him stood up a bit, shall we? Yeah, so first impressions, it looks nice. It's a nice looking figure. The paint application on it's really nice. The sculpting work is really nice. The head sculpt is almost there. I wouldn't say it's exactly like Tamara Morrison, but it's close enough, I think, for this kind of figure and its price range. But yeah, the sculpting detail's nice and the paint work on it is okay. And he's got some soft goods there in his little, like, whatever that's called. his knee armour, his boots, feet. So just on the boots, out the box, when I'd mentioned earlier there'd be some issues, these boots, the lower legs are actually on backwards, but it's an easy fix for that. All we have to do is just rotate round like that and spin his foot round like that, and then do the same on the other side. Because if you actually go and look at, you can search online, but if you go and look at the costume that's used in the Book of Boba Fett, you'll see that the front of the boot, it is a single seam line, and that the zip and this clasp here, which you can't really see very well, but yeah, this clasp and the zip is on the actual inside of the boot, and it just makes it does actually make the legs look a lot straighter and in line. So that's better. Right, okay, let's have a look at his jetpack. It comes out, the missile comes out. But again, that's painted rather well. Painted in the Book of Boba Fett colours. It's obviously in universe, it's had a repair there because that welded plate has now gone. The usual 3-prong attachment, so let's pop that on his back and see how well it holds. Yep, that holds fine, does that. Put him back down, have a look at his weapons. So you'll have to forgive me, I don't know offhand the name of this blaster, but it's sculpted rather well. It's got, apologies for the little camera shake there. Brown painted handle with a little black insert there. But yeah, that's alright, it does the job. And then we've got a small hand blaster, which again, there's some detail on it. It's got brown painted handle there, but it's not as detailed as as his main blaster. So we can put that in his holster, like so. And then this is the bit that I hate. I always hate getting weapons in the hands of these Black Series figures, and to be fair, the G.I. Joe classifieds as well, because they never really want to go in, and I'm always scared of, which I think I might have already done, getting stress marks. Yep, already stress mark on the plastic there. No, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. How are you supposed to? I mean, if these are going to be, say for example, if this was bought for a child to play with, that stress mark there on repeat play is going to end up resulting in it snapping, and then it's no use nor ornament. Then I'm going to leave that out of his hand for now. I'll pop it in later on when I can be a bit more careful with it. And then we've got his helmet. Let's go into his helmet. Now this is painted rather well. Oh, got camera shake again. So we've got the detail in there on the side. Yep, the antenna moves down. That's painted black. It's also painted. Can you see? You can't see. No, underneath there, but it's painted on the underneath, like so, to give the impression of a little view screen. My thumb's in the way. Little view screen there on the underside of the antenna. It's got the dent. It's got the lines, which I'm not sure what the lines are supposed to represent. Are they? Is it like a tally of bounties that is caught or whatever? And then we've got some nice detail on the back. Now, this is where we come to the second issue with this figure, and I'll show you it now. So put the helmet on, and it's a bit of a snug fit, but then, his chin's popping out at the bottom. It doesn't sit on very well. And there's a reason for that. Let's take it off again. And that is inside the helmet. Can you see? Can we get a good look at that? Trying to catch the light properly. There you might be able to just see it there. But there's a spacer on the inside of the helmet. And that is making the helmet sit too high on the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a cut and an edit, and I'm going to go and warm this up and remove that spacer, and then we'll come back and hopefully I will also have the blaster in his hand and you'll be able to see the figure a bit better with the helmet fitted right. Okay, so managed to get the gun in his hands. I'll be honest with you, the stress mark on the rifle, blaster, whatever you want to call it, has bothered me. What's bothered me even more is getting the blaster into his hand has now resulted in, come on, focus, there we go, has resulted in a stress mark on the index finger. You can't see it on the outside, but it's on the, it's more visible on the inside of the index finger, which again is disappointing. But on a positive note, I was able to get the spacer out of the helmet, which again you can't see. I've not got my lighting set up to show you there. You can just vaguely, barely see it there. But yeah, but that's it. That's the spacer that was on the inside of the helmet. Oh, slippery little sucker. Where's he gone? There it is. So that's now out, and as a result, we can get the helmet onto the head, and it just sits on there a hell of a lot better. Look at that. So much better. It looks like Boba Fett now. Looks like Boba Fett. It took me a while, I'll be honest with you, it took me a while to get used to this outfit. I think it's because I'm such a fan of Boba Fett in his traditional style outfit. I fluctuate between how he looks in Empire and Return of the Jedi, favouring neither one over the other. I do fluctuate between the two. So when we see him in this guise, it was like, it's not quite, but it has grown on me. It has grown on me as the look. I mean, black, you know, the black flight suit, if you will, that's underneath the armour does look nice. I do like it. But yeah, so there we go. Looks rather nice. We like that. So I'll just pop him down there, and we will. And there we have it. That's Book of Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Thanks for watching this short little show and tell kind of video thing. Before I go, I will tag some photos to the end of this so you can have a look at them. But in the meantime, yeah, perhaps I'll see you when I see you. Bye for now.
Volt's a fucking icon.